Hi, my name is Sammy. For my English summer assignment, I decided to read The Kite by Kite. I've heard lots of good things about this book in general, and then I also like books that are in the genre of historical fiction. This book is about the transformation of this man named Amir from his childhood in peaceful Afghanistan to a refugee in America to going back to Afghanistan to a war-ravaged Afghanistan. The character that challenged my beliefs and values the most is the antagonist called Asif. He was part of the Taliban, and he did lots of horrible things such as raping little boys, beating up people, killing people, and he just justified them with religion as an excuse, and he showed enjoyment in it. And he holds grudges for long periods of time. So he grew up with Amir, the protagonist, in the same city and neighborhood as him. And he held a grudge from their childhood for a long time, as it says in the book here. He's become quite insane with all the stuff he's done. He says, "I want you to listen to me. In a moment, I'm going to close the door. Then he and I are going to finish an old bit of business. No matter what you hear, do not come in. Do you hear me? Do not come in." He says that to his bodyguards. So he's putting himself in danger so he could kill Amir. He says, "When it's all done, only one of us will walk out of this room alive. If it's him, then he's earned his freedom, and you let him pass. Do you understand?" This shows Asif is a really extreme person with crazy and insane thoughts. This challenges my beliefs because I'm quite a peaceful person compared to this guy, and I wouldn't hold grudges for long periods of time and put myself in a situation to hurt someone. The Kite Runner is set in Afghanistan, which is a country with a complex historical setting. It started out in the early 20th century with a stable monarchy, where King Zahar Shah began a 42-year reign in 1933. His cousin led a communist coup in April of 1978, which shocked a lot of people because they had never really heard gunfire and stuff before. So here's a quote: "They were foreign sounds to us then. The generation of Afghan children whose ears would not know the sound, nothing but the sounds of bombs and gunfire were not yet born." So that led to Russian occupation in December of 1979, and people were quite excited about the Russian rule because they had been under the king for so long that they thought a lot of things might change. For the next couple of years, the words economic development and reform danced on a lot of lips in Kabul. The constitutional monarchy had been abolished, replaced by a republic, led by a president of a republic. For a while, a sense of rejuvenation and purpose swept across the land. People spoke of women's rights and modern technology. So they were obviously really optimistic about the new government that they had, and thought that it would be for the better, but it was actually for the worst. The Russian occupation was a key part in Amir's story, because that's the part where they flee to Pakistan and they fly to the US to get refugee status. So Amir right away sees differences in Pakistan, and here, no grim faces of Russian soldiers patrolling the sidewalks, no tanks rolling up and down the streets of my city. Their turrets swivel like accusing fingers. No rubble, no curfews, no Russian army personnel carriers weaving through the bazaars. So in contrast to the Pakistan and the United States, Afghanistan was quite a oppressive place for him. But meanwhile in Afghanistan, while he was gone in America, the Taliban took control. So, but at first the people were optimistic again and took it as a good thing that the Russians were gone with their bad government. They say, "We all celebrated in 1996 when the Taliban rolled in and put an end to the daily fighting. I remember coming home that, the war is over, Hassan," I said. "There's going to be peace and happiness and calm. No more rockets, no more killing, no more funerals." But little did they know, the Taliban banned kite fighting, and then in 1998 they massacred the Hazaras in Mazar-e-Sharif. The situation in Afghanistan is complex and changing all the time. And it's still like this in Afghanistan with the United States intervention and also the terrorist attacks that are very common in Afghanistan now. And as this is really a really tough pattern to change, because as Khaled Hosseini says, history isn't easy to overcome, neither is religion.